The Colorado Supreme Court's removal Donald Trump from state's Republican primaries next year marked beginning biggest political story first quarter 2024. Whether former president participated in the rebellion and whether Section 3 of 14th Amendment bars him from running for president is a complex legal question. Win, lose or draw. This is how the Supreme Court will decide how this issue will shape American politics in 2024 and beyond. Here's your handy guide to what the Supreme Court can do and how it could affect the 2024 presidential race. 31 odds cancellation due to legal process. The most likely outcome is that Supreme Court overturns Colorado decision on grounds that procedure used to determine whether Trump was disqualified under Section 3 was constitutionally inadequate. But if the court finds that Colorado's procedure is inadequate, then it will have to explain what procedures would be sufficient. In other words, a road map for properly disqualifying a candidate under Section 3. It's the opening shot in a series of lawsuits aimed at disqualifying Trump from the general election ballot. 51 odds confirm if this were a less unique case. The Supreme Court would be much more likely to uphold lower court decisions, especially since it has limited scope to review state court decisions. For example, Colorado cannot dismiss case on the grounds that state law does not allow such an objection by a candidate in a primary election. This is an argument considered and rejected by Colorado Supreme Court. Approval of this decision would result in lawsuits to remove Donald Trump from the ballot in all 50 states and the District of Columbia. 81 odds no uprising establishing a legal definition of riot and acknowledging that events of January 6, 2021 do not fall within that scope is probably easiest and least complicated way for Supreme Court to sidestep entire problem. Since courts should resolve cases on unconstitutional grounds whenever possible, we expect even the liberal wing of the court to thoroughly consider this option. 101 odds cancellation without majority decision in this scenario. 5 Supreme Court justices vote to overturn the Colorado result but disagree on why. This is a recipe for more and more complicated cases. This suggests that the court may have decided before the November election. Or worse, in Bush v. 2000, as with Gore case, it means he will undoubtedly have to revisit the issue after November election. Judge Clarence Thomas recused himself because of his wife's involvement in the process leading up January 6, and 4 of the remaining justices voted to overturn while 4 voted confirm. That leaves Colorado ruling in place and keeps Trump off the ballot there, and leads to a legal freedom for all with promise of electoral college turmoil to follow. 251 odds case dismissed due to Chapter 3 not self-executing. Although this claim has been made, it is unlikely to be successful for both historical and legal reasons. Both con.